Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to episode 2 of my Philadelphia 76ers My GM series. Be sure to like this video, guys, and I will get episode 3 to you guys out ASAP. Okay, so, pretty much here, I had some good suggestions from you guys as far as, like, trades and stuff go. Y'all know that episode 2 is always about trades and stuff like that. We're gonna get right into it. A lot of you guys want to see Joel Embiid leave. There was a few guys that said, keep him around, but for the, the overwhelming majority said to trade him, and I kind of agree with that. I can definitely get on board with that. I mean, fact of the matter, guys, he has not played a single game with the 76ers. He's a 7-footer, he's 7'6". I mean, he does have, I expect him to be a good player. If he can come back from injury, I expect him to be a pretty good player, but I think Jahlil Okafor has kind of solidified himself at that starting spot, as far as the centers go. So, another thing you guys said was to keep Nerlens Noel, but to switch him to a power forward position, and his rating will go up. So I'm going to do that real quick here, make sure you guys are all telling me the truth and everything. We're going to switch him to a power forward position. Whether he starts or not, maybe, I don't really know, because, Jahlil Okafor does have offensive capabilities, which is really good. So, I mean, if he can play defense and stuff, I guess that'd be pretty good, but let's go ahead and put him at a power forward position, and a, secondary at center, I guess, although I really don't want him at center, but he is 6'11", so, I mean, he can handle the load. And, alright, accept changes in his overall. Okay, so it did go up to a 77. I think it was like a 75, 76 before, so, you guys were all telling the truth with that. Another thing you guys said to do was to keep Robert Covington, and I actually did YouTube this dude right here, and he actually has some pretty good skills. He's 24 years old, he's 6'9", he's a pretty quick player. The problem with him is that we need offensive players, and, he's got an 80 standing 3, but outside of that, his shooting stats are pure garbage, guys. I mean, he's got no close shot at all, no mid-range game whatsoever. What's his layup looking like? I mean, his driving layup, okay, he can get to the basket a little bit. I mean, really has no dunking ability. The thing about him, though, is that he has a one-year, $1 million contract. So, I mean, from that perspective, for $1 million, you kind of getting a good bang for your buck. So, I'll keep him around for a little bit, see what he can do. He's got good hands out there. That's pretty important. So, what's his passing ability? Where's passing at? Okay, he's got 70 passing accuracy, so, I mean, oh, he has no passing vision, though, so it's not like he's a great passer either. I'll try him out, I guess, but I'm not looking to be too impressed by him. Another guy that some of you guys were talking about was saying to keep T.J. McConnell from, where do you go to college at? From Arizona. So I think, is he yeah, he's a one-year pro, so he's a rookie, so he must have played with Stanley Johnson there in Arizona. Good mid-range game, decent three-point shots. And what's his passing looking like for a point guard? Can you get to the basket? You got pretty good driving layup. Okay, passing vision is pretty good, 84 and a 75, so decent hands. 68 rebound, which is good for a point guard position. He's 6'2", he's got some height on him, so I might actually keep this guy. I might actually I don't know if he'll be our starter, but I might be able to roll with it for a little bit, see what he's all about. But anyway, let's get to the trades. Let's get to the trades here. So, how many draft picks have we got? I know you guys were all saying we got a lot of draft picks, and oh my god, woo! Damn, we got some draft picks to work with here. Okay. I mean, okay. I could definitely, wow, we got so many draft picks. 3 first-rounders from the Lakers and Heat. I mean, the Lakers won't be valuable. The Heat one will, probably won't be, because I imagine they'll be pretty good. 76ers, our 2017, we got the Thunder, so I reckon that, little Knicks throwback right there, I reckon that they'll be, not very good right there. But I'm probably going to hold off on trading the draft picks for now, unless something becomes available. One guy, of course, I wanted to look at was Gerald Green from the Miami Heat. I think he would be a good shooting guard to have. His three-point game's already is actually down in recent years. Not much of a mid-range game, so actually his stats are kind of down a bit, but I still think he would be serviceable as a 6'8 player. Bring some defense. He's only got a one-year deal. Pretty cheap player, so maybe there'll be a good offer for him. I guess I'll check real quick. And T.J. McConnell and Jakar Sampson, Isaiah Cann, T.J. McConnell, Jeremiah Grant, T.J. McConnell, and Nerlens Noel and Roten. Okay, so I want to keep this T.J. dude, so I think I might do this. Oh wait, okay, do they all want him? Yeah, I'm not really seeing a good trade here. I want to keep this TJ guy for now. And the fact of the matter is that, just looking at Gerald Green, his stats really not impressing me all that much anyway. So, I mean, he's 74 overall. This is a roster update right here. So, yeah, I think we're going to have to roll differently with that. Let's go with, Tyler Johnson. He's a 73 overall. He's got some good shooting stats. 6'3". TJ McConnell. Man, they all want that dude for him. I guess this isn't bad. Isaiah Cannon and Jakar Sampson. I'm going to pass on that too, I think. But that wasn't really a bad deal. Let's see what we can get just for Nerlens Noel. Or not Nerlens. Joel Embiid. See what kind of offers are. Probably not a lot because it's only a 1 year, $4 million deal. So I don't imagine us getting a lot of offers for him. But you never know. Maybe something will shoot out at us. Maybe something will impress us. You just never know. Alright, here, what do we got here? We got Darren Collison and Willie Cauley-Stein. Yo, that's decent. That's decent right there. Willie Cauley-Stein could definitely play a backup center behind Jahlil Okafor, and also a guy that we could develop. I mean, he's from Kentucky. I don't know if he was there when Nerlens Noel was. He might have been. So, have a little bit of a Wildcat reunion. Darren Collison, of course, is a pretty decent point guard. He's got good shooting stats. At 6 foot, 78 overall, so that's all right. I could definitely probably roll with that deal if we don't find something better. Because Willie Cauley-Stein, that's definitely a player I wouldn't mind developing. And we can do Joel Embiid for the 2017 Knicks first round pick and Derek Williams. We got so many draft picks, we don't need that. Joel Embiid and Carl Laundry for Monte Ellis. Yo, quite honestly, that 3 year, $32 million contract, I'm not a big Monte Ellis fan. I think he's kind of a chucker. And his shooting stats are not that great, so I'm going to pass on that. Eric Gordon and Alonzo Gee. Also not a bad trade either, Eric Gordon, I can roll with that. He kind of got an ugly jump shot, but I do like Hollis Thompson, and I don't really want to trade him. Alonzo Gee is pretty good. And then Terrence Ross and the Toronto Raptors first rounder. What's Terrence Ross looking like here? Decent shooting stats. I mean, I know some people want me to bring him in. Let's actually try one of those draft picks. Let's try Embiid and let's go with our Lakers first rounder. Bet we can get something decent there. Something decent, man. Hopefully. Because I know you guys all like to keep it realistic and everything, but you know what? I'll try my best, but it's not fun that way. Okay? I don't have fun doing that. I know a lot of other viewers don't have fun doing that either. I know it's a very small majority that likes to keep things realistic, but it's a video game, so I don't care all that much. And what do we got here? Danilo Gallinari. That actually wouldn't be bad. He's actually a good player, too. So, Danilo Gallinari he'd be a good small forward for us. He is on a 2 year, $29 million contract, so that's pretty expensive. We do get the Knicks first rounder back. That's, I mean, it does feel a need of needing a shooter out there. And, Danilo really, he's been injured a lot on the Nuggets. He hasn't really played a lot, so I think maybe a change of scenery could be nice for him. So I think this is a pretty decent piece right here. And, this Miles Turner Monte Ellis deal, not really feeling that. Let's go ahead and bring in Danilo Gallinari. I think I can roll with that. Joel Embiid, I mean, I think he's going to be a good player in this league, but he really did not have a lot of good trade value. I mean, a lot of teams were not interested in him, so I think this is the best offer presented to us, and we still get our first rounder back. And the Knicks, you never know if they're going to be good or bad, so have Coach handle that real quick. What's this episode looking at? We at Alright, so we might have to end it pretty soon here. But looking at the lineup here, TJ McConnell, I can roll with him. Hollis Thompson, good shooting guard. Danilo Gallinari, a good, he's 80 overall, so I mean, that's good. We got an 80 overall on our team. Nerlens Noel up to a 76. Jahlil Okafor bringing some good offense. Covington, decent small forward. We got Roten, I'm not too sold on him yet, but maybe he'll surprise me. Carl Laundry, good, serviceable big man. Jeremiah Grant, don't know much about him. And then Cannon, he can shoot decent. Nick Stossick, I'm going to put him on here, give him some time. I'd like to, man, before this episode's over, I think I'm going to trade for a backup center real quick, too, because outside of Laundry, we don't really have no backup big man. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at that. Also go free agency, too. I know a lot of you guys probably want to see a guy like Larry Sanders, and I could probably actually get on board with that. Not right away, but maybe down the road. Maybe I'll look to sign a guy like that. Trade Finder, let's go to... Man, what do I want to give up? We probably give up, we got McConnell. Man, I don't really need Grant on my team. I really don't need him. He's 74 overall. Let's offer up him and Jakar Sampson. See what we can get. Hopefully a big man. Hopefully a good rebounding, defensive-oriented center. I would definitely love that. And if not, like I said, we still got free agency, so I mean, that's something to always fall back on. Alright, Dougie McBuckets and Tony Snell. Avery, ooh, oh, damn! Yo, this is a fire move right here, man. Yo, I might, okay, I could, yo. Willie Cauley, Amari Caspi, Jordan Clarkson, and Anthony Brown, Alan Crabb. Yo, I think I'm going to do this deal right here, man. David Lee off the bench. Or he could even start for us. We have Nerlens Noel as our backup power forward. Yo, let me do this trade. Yeah, I'm down with that. We do have to give our first rounder, but Avery Bradley, I mean, you know, he's not like a superstar all-star player, but definitely a good one. So that's, yo, that kind of came out of nowhere. Man, that's a good move. So we got 280 overall on our team now. Have coach handle that. And I think, man, yo, David Lee's pretty good too. So yeah, he'll be a big man for us. Let's try one more time at a backup center before we end this episode. Sorry if it's a little longer, guys. Maybe you guys like the longer episodes. I don't really know. And then, so Cannon. And let's give up Cannon and Holmes. See what we can get for those guys. Hopefully some good players, man. And, you know, I really don't think Danilo Gallinari or Avery Bradley, I don't think those are unrealistic trades. Because like I was saying about Gallinari is that, you know, he's been kind of injured on the Nuggets. Nuggets haven't really been playing so well, so a guy like that, you know, just needs to change the scenery. Avery Bradley, the Boston Celtics, they're kind of heavy on guards, so, you know, for them to get rid of the Avery Bradley's contract, that's pretty good for them, and they get some good young talent. They get a first-round draft pick, so I think it's justifiable for both sides. We got Jerry Bayless, John Henson, okay, and we got Dwayne Dedmon, Devon Marble. Jordan Hill, Glenn Robinson. I'm going to do that trade. That might be the move because I love Glenn Robinson. And Jordan Hill's really good too. I guess that's more important. Ish Smith, Alonzo Gee, and Alan Crabb. While I think John Henson might be the better move, well, that's a $46 million contract, so never mind about that. Let me bring inside this one-year deal of Jordan Hill and Glenn Robinson. That's a good move. Jordan Hill hit the mid-range shot. Glenn Robinson, you know, got potential in this league. I think he's got potential. He bit and mature his game a little bit, then I think he'll be good to go. So we got some Michigan Wolverines with Nick Stauskas and Glenn Robinson out here. But looking at our team so far, I mean, you know, TJ McConnell, we'll go with him at point guard. Avery Bradley as shooting guard. Gallinari, Nerlens Noel, Jahlil Okafor. Then we got Covington coming off the bench with Jordan Hill, David Lee, Tony Roten for now, and Carl Landry at power forward. Then we got some decent shooters off the bench here. Let me, man, I might have to go with. Sorry, Kendall Marshall, but I gotta give up my boy Nick Stauskas. I get him out of here somehow. And then Hollis Thompson and Glenn Robinson. So yeah, I'm liking this so far, guys. Let me know what you guys think about the team so far, and be sure to like this video for the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I imagine, you know, based on the comments I'll kind of see, I imagine next episode will probably be our first gameplay against the Boston Celtics, but I don't really know yet. There still might be some moves to be made, so we'll see about that. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out, my friends.